Hi, welcome to the world of winding your bobbin, basically. This is just one of many ways. Main thing is go the right direction. If you're looking down on the top of your bobbin, you need to be going clockwise. So, get the end of your thread, hold it against your bobbin and wind. You can either wind furiously and make a tight one like that, or you can do the arty one where you wind up and then wind back down, and then you can see the thread actually holding itself. I don't think there's much difference between the two, but if your thread isn't tight here at this point, you might find that you lose your hitch because the whole thread is trying to move around, is wanting to move around the bobbin as you're working. That's one of the now mysteries solved. You can either wind by hand, which is, if you go like this, you get the wrong twists. So we know you don't do that. Is you would hold the bobbin and the thread and twist the bobbin to wind the thread on. You'll find as you twist a bobbin, you'll get so many rotations. If you twist it on the narrowest possible part, you will get more rotations. So if you can, find the narrow bit, you get a lot more twist for your turn. I'm going to use my winder. This is a homemade one, so don't go looking for anything in the shops like this, for goodness sake. Bit noisy, but I'll show you. I'm just holding here the thread, which is coming from the main reel over there. Excuse me. I hold the thread. I know you're told not to. I wash my hands before I do a batch. My thread is a quilting cotton. It will take this. If you're using finer threads, coloured threads, wispy threads, do follow the standard thing of winding it bobbin to bobbin. Just right, that's one side wound. What I tend to do is wind, because I'm using the same cotton for a lot of things, this particular case always has the same thread wound on, so I can just keep using it. This profile here, you don't want the thread here, to go wider than this shoulder. Let's see if I can get that into focus. There we are. You don't want the thread here to go wider than this shoulder, or it will want to keep coming off over your hitch. And the hitch I use is, I simply finger and thumb over the top, finger on top, thumb underneath, and I turn it round, and it sort of flicks onto your forefinger, and then I just catch it up. Now I prefer to do two twists on it. It's one hitch but two twists, and I find that is pretty good. That tends to not come undone for me. And as far as the second bobbin, tradition has it that you cut off and then you wind from this bobbin onto your other one, but I prefer to, I've done all that work, I'm leaving it on, and my method is to drop this bobbin. Pre-measured lengths, I've been doing it so long with the same bobbins for so long, and I like to put less on this, only the working amount on this second one. So I drop this bobbin actually to the floor. Doink, there we go, on the floor. And there's certain measurements. If I'm sitting down, then, and I drop it to the floor, I get about 2 foot of working space if I drop it from the waist. If I'm standing up, I'll get about a metre, dropping it from the waist. So it's already sort of pre-measured. Just snap that thread with the cutter, wind the next one on, put a nice tight thing on. Now because there's not as much thread on this one as there is on the other one, I'm only going to wind it at the top, and then I can see at a glance can see at a glance which is my heavy bobbin, which is my shorter bobbin. If I need less, I can wind more back onto this. If I need more, I can wind it the other way. But this is my standard wind, and it's pretty good for everything. Oh, so there's that wind again. Twist it so it goes over your finger. There's the actual twist. Put it through and through, and then just let it tighten. And there you've got your wound pair, which I will then put away in its case with all the others and get on with the other 1,000 or so that I've got to wind. Hope this has been of some help.